What's up, guys? AnxiousJ here, coming at you with episode 3 of my Miami Marlins series, franchise, Road to Glory, whatever you want to call it. Because this is going to be a stupidly hard rebuild. We are at the All-Star break right now. We are going to see who all is on the All-Star teams. So for the American League, we have Matt Andrees, who looks like he's having a pretty decent year. Chris Archer, who I think is going to probably have a year like that. Carlos Carrasco, sadly, is injured. That sucks. Nathan Eovaldi. Geez, Tampa Bay's pitching staff is just on here. Corey Kluber, of course. Chris Sale, of course. Aaron Sanchez. How's he doing? He's doing pretty good. Irvin Santana, glad to see an old man still kicking it around. Jordan Zimmerman, that's probably Detroit's only... Actually, no, he's having a really good season. Cody Allen, yeah. Dan Jennings, Juan Niscalcio, wow. If you're a Seattle Mariner fan, let me know how to say that so I don't butcher it in the future. Darren O'Day, who's probably Baltimore's... No. Baltimore has a couple of people on here, but I do believe that was Detroit's one guy. Aroldis Chapman, Craig Kimbrell, Brian McCann. Jeez, Brian. Come on, Brian. He's having himself a career year right now. Jeez, that is awesome. Good job, Brian. Salvador Perez, Gary Sanchez, Chance Sisco, JD Martinez is living up a little bit to that contract. Matt Olson, Jose Altuve, that's not a shocker. Robinson Cano, Yohan Moncada, I'm going to go with. He's probably the White Sox one throw-in guy. Neil Walker is a Yankee. How about that? Just one across town. Jose Ramirez, Carlos Correa, shocker. Didi Gregorius, Francisco Lindor, Michael Brantley, Randall Gierchuk, I'm going to go with. Nomar Mazana, Seth Smith. The heck, man? All right. George Springer, Mike Trout, and Giancarlo Stanton, who is already sitting at a massive 26 home runs. I don't think he's going to have a year like that in real life, but the Yankees are all aboard the hype train. I think Didi Gregorius is going to have another stellar season. I think he is going to be one of the only bright spots on that entire lineup, and I think Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton are going to have regressing years this year. Just my personal opinion, I don't think that Aaron Judge will be able to keep up, especially after a lot of people found holes in his swing, especially during the playoffs. They exploited them. All they're going to have to do is tell everyone, hey, that's what he's can't hit, and boom. All right, Jake Arrieta, that's not surprising. Actually, it kind of is, but... I don't think in real life he's going to post numbers nearly this good. I think he's probably going to sit around a 4.5 ERA, probably 8-8 at this point. 8 and something. I don't think he's going to be more than a 12-win guy. I think he's going to be 12-11 at the end of the year. Not for the fact that he's on the Phillies, but for the fact that he's Jake Arrieta. And I don't think that he's going to be able to bolster his rotation like this. I just don't personally think. But anyways, Madison Bumgarner, Zach Greinke, Clayton Kershaw, Aaron Nola, Steven Strasburg, Noah Syndergaard. The only surprising starting pitcher I see here is Adam Wainwright, who's having himself kind of a revival year. Got that ERA down, walks down. He's doing good. All right, Scott Alexander, Michael Feliz. Astros got rid of him. Coda Glover, Tommy Hunter, Pat Neshek, Sam Tuival, whatever, Sean Doolittle, Yasmani Grandal, Yadier Molina, Buster Posey, Ryan Braun, Anthony Rizzo, Joey Votto, Asdrubal Cabrera, who's looking fantastic. Our lone guy with J.D. Davis, who is not having a good year, but is the only bright spot on this entire team. Jake Lamb, Anthony Rendon, Freddie Galvis, who I've been trying to trade for this entire year, but just hasn't worked out. Corey Seager, Adam Eaton, Reese Hoskins, who I hope he has another year like he did last year. Jeez, he's going to try and beat out, Christian Yelich, Charlie Blackmon, Odubel Herrera, Ender Inciarte, Bryce Harper, and Yasiel Puig. So it's pretty much your usual suspects. Not surprised Christian Yelich made this list. We're making him look like a genius relieving. I think Christian Yelich is going to have a heck of a career. I don't think he'll ever come back to Miami, and I'm really upset that we really didn't get anything good out of that deal to send him away. This is a stupid deal. Stupid deal. Anyways, right now I have Walker Buehler down in AAA because he's just not 100% ready for the major leagues. I don't know why. I want him to get his control and his stuff up just a hair. He's just been really struggling with everything. Just want to make sure that he's 100% ready to go. After the trade deadline, David Paulino's coming up. Adam Connolly might come up, I don't know. But Dylan Peters has been doing pretty well for us. He's going to be a guy that I plan to keep. Brad Peacock is definitely going to be a deadline deal piece. Jose Urena, after we traded him back, he was put back on waivers, and we picked him up. He's going to be a guy that we just hold out for the rest of the year. I don't know if he has arbitration. Yes, he has arbitration. He might be a guy that we keep around. Dan Straley is another guy that I'm looking to move on. So the guys I'm looking to move on are pretty much Dan Straley, Brad Peacock, and then, of course, I want to get rid of, what's his name? Martin Prado. I've been trying to get rid of him through a billion trades, but we're not looking too hot. We are 25-72 right now. I think we will set the record for the worst win-loss ratio in the entirety of MLB history. Looking at our pitching staff right now, Jose Urena is our lone bright spot, really. We don't have a single guy under one. Wow, that's just horrible. It looks like Tony Sipp is actually doing all right. Dan Straley is doing okay. He's eaten a lot of innings for us. I mean, as long as you're under 1.5, that's not the worst. Dylan Peters is doing all right. He looks to be about to develop his movement and control, and if he can just develop those two up, then I think he'll be a great guy to keep for a little bit. Dan Straley's just on a little bit of a skid as of recently. Well, not really recently, but he going into I think at the end of May he was close to a 3.5 ERA and has just slowly been creeping up there. So he's going to be a guy that I want to keep a little bit. I just wish we had better production out of our lineup, which has been everything super woeful, except Dominic Smith. I decided to bring him up, and he has been killing it so far in his limited stint here. Maybe his coming up and bringing a rejuvenation into this lineup could have the guys around him do better. J.D. Davis is doing all right. Dansby Swanson is having a slight bounce back compared to where he was last year. He's already pretty much matched himself on home runs. And he's doing all right. Martin Prado, I want to get rid of him any chance I can. Um, Garrett Cooper is nowhere near, well, he's nowhere near as good as our right fielder was. Um, Nick Williams, he's just kind of a borderline guy. No one's really hitting for average on our team. Um, Everyone's batting below 250, and Jake Marisnik and Jorge Alfaro are both batting below the Mendoza line. Jorge um, Alfaro, I'm probably going to get rid of as well because I do believe, well, Tellez is starting every other game, and then Brian Holiday is manageable to have behind the plate. I think that's the word. And then if not him, we have Chad Wallach, who will be our guy next year. Our minor leagues are looking really good. We have a lot more, not high potential guys, but middle of the road potential guys, which is awesome to see. The only concern is we have basically two guys that are anywhere above 3-star potential, and that's a little bit thin for my liking. We're going to be lacking those guys that are going to put us over the edge, and I'm worried that in free agency we will not be able to pick them up. It's going to be very difficult for us to win games from here on out. But let's go ahead and simulate up to the All-Star game. As you can see, it's us and the Kansas City Royals at the moment who are vying for that first round draft pick spot. We will check and see the box score of the All-Star game. And the National League All-Stars have won 5-2, but let's go ahead and look at the box score. So the National League scored 4 runs in the first inning. How do we score those runs? A single, 2-run double, a single. Nomar Mazara hit a 2-run home run. So your usual things. Our power, where we rank, is dead last, and if there was a college baseball, the college baseball champion would probably be right here with us. So yeah, we only have a few more days of deadline. Matt Holliday retired. That's sad. I will be checking the waiver wire a lot over. Okay. I'm going to trade for him, and I'm going to trade our catcher. Then I'm going to see if I can also dump Martin Prado. I'm willing to retain up to 45%, but I'm going to start at 25% just to... Oh, man. Martin, you suck. You're a better baseball player than I'll ever be, but I resent every single person in the Marlins organization for giving you such a massive contract when you really don't bring anything to the table. Now, I can't get rid of any of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this back down to 25 for now. And I'm going to get rid of Brad Peacock. You know what? It's probably... We're at a submit offer. Dylan Peters, I can't get rid of you. Okay, let's drop that back down to 35. And who was another guy that we were willing to get rid of? Let's look here. Actually, I'm going to check by this overall. We'll see if we could chuck you in. Check 50. I cannot willingly get rid of all of them. All right, let's just go ahead and see if retaining all of his contract helps any. And let's see if retaining Brad Peacock's, some of Brad Peacock's. See, I don't want to get rid of Dylan Peters, but I feel like that's going to be the only way to get this deal done. I think I'm going to leave this deal for a little bit. I'm going to leave this deal for deadline day. And on deadline day, I'm going to see if this deal can get done. I'm just going to... Oh, David Phelps. Sure, get on the team. I think I did make a deal, but I'll show you guys that deal. Yeah, I made a deal. If we look, I traded a guy that came off the DL for David Phelps just to get rid of cap space. Basically, it was the same contract, but instead of it all being this year, it was spread over 2 years, which is awesome. Kurt Suzuki. I did want to check out free agents. Oh my goodness. Anthony Dominguez. Don't mind if I do. But let's go back to player trades. I know we were looking at that Boston trade. If we can retain 100%. It's closer. It's closer. You know what? I think I'm going to submit this offer just to see if it comes back. If it does, I'll be excited. If it doesn't, no way. All right, discuss. I'm not getting rid of any of these guys. These guys are who I really want to build my team around. I can throw in a Brian Anderson. He's just a backup at the moment. And that doesn't change anything. I'm going to submit that offer as well. I know I should be working with more than just the Red Sox on this trade, but oh well. If this trade ever gets done, Howie Kendrick can come back. Oh, that makes me so happy. Let's go ahead. Check the waiver wire for the next few days. Oh, I guarantee you he got claimed. Yep, he got claimed. So I just wasted a lot of time. How much is Kurt Suzuki making this year? 3.5. I want to see what they want for him. They don't. Okay, I will add you onto this list. I will also add. Where is he? Martin Prado. And see it pretty much every single time. They're going to want someone worth I don't know who he is. I don't care who he is. I think we just found a trade for Martin Prado. Okay, we got rid of Martin Prado. That's a lot of cap space over our next few years. Tony Sips on a 1-year deal. Howie Kendrick. I might actually look to extend if he would like. Oh, beautiful, but I'm still going to be stingy. And I'm going to see if I can get him on a... Yes, okay. I know with this team, I'm going to have to sit here and pinch for every penny. And I think that'll be a good deal. We'll have him for 3 more years. He's a guy that I don't mind keeping around. He, especially if we go look at our team chemistry, it's going to be bad, feuding. It's Dansby Swanson, Howie Kendrick, but all of them just don't handle losing well. It's just they don't handle losing well. So we just need to, next year, bring in a lot more players with a lot more depth. I wouldn't mind getting... I'm going to shop him around just to get a couple of offers for him. If we get anything good for him, we will trade. If we don't, we won't. Looks like we're getting a lot of overpaid veterans. The Nick Vincent thing is interesting, but I don't need to get rid of this cap. Jason Hayward is interesting, but I'm not looking to do something like that. But it looks like the Astros are actually interested a little bit more than everyone else. And oh, the Red Sox, okay. What I'm going to want to do is I'm going to see if I can take a prospect off of their hands. Oh, I don't. What would you need for Jay Groom? Walker Buehler. Of course you would. Wait. I didn't realize I didn't trade Brad Peacock. I'm going to shop Brad Peacock around really quick as well. Because I would love to get me something good from him. Okay, I see a couple of interesting guys. It seems like the same group of guys coming in for him. Juan Noscalcio is interesting because he's an all-star. But I'm seeing a lot of minor league contracts as well. So I could, for the right price, get... Ooh, I would love to get a Willie Calhoun. What would I need to give up? Walker Buehler, of course I would. Can I give up a Brian Anderson? Still would need to give up a Walker Buehler. Let's look. These two guys, I do not want to get rid of. Braxton Cottengame is going to be... He looks like he's going to be fantastic. I'll see if I can get rid of him. Walker Buehler. Let's see what my... That's not really close to being fair. No, it's not. I mean, okay, I'm gonna see what else. Nope. Willie Calhoun is not worth it. Toronto Blue Jays. If I can get him, I would be super stoked. Okay, let's look at some win now teams. None of these guys I'm too keen on. He's a defensive guy. Gavin Lux. Not a guy I'd want. Houston Astros. Oh, I would love to get Kyle Tucker. I would trade everything away for Kyle Tucker. But I'm going to give y'all Brad Peacock. Let's see what else I need. Nothing. Okay, let's not worry about Brad. Riley Farrell's looking fantastic, but I really want to get one of these trades done. Let's see what I can get rid of for Francisco Mejia. Let's see, Brad Peacock. Let's retain 100% of his salary. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any decent deadline deals done. Still going to try, though. See what if they want to trade him. Oh, they actually would be willing to trade him. But for someone arguably better. He's in rookie ball. I'm not a fan of rookie ball guys. I'm just not. They're too far out to really make a prediction on. Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be the end of this episode. Trade proposal. I'm down for a trade proposal. From Houston, let's see. John Kimmer for Thomas Tellis. We'll discuss something with you. You want Thomas Tellis? Talk to us about Forrest Whitley. Nope. How about J.B. Bukakis? Well, I don't really want to get rid of him that much, so how about Braxton Garrett? Geez, the Astros are super stingy with their prospects. Riley Farrell. Let's see. Submit offer. See, I didn't really want to get rid of my guy. And today, we will be sitting here. We will see. Oh, didn't work anyways. We will see what everyone's doing. Okay, Dylan Peters improved. Brad Peacock regressed. Chris O'Grady regressed. Thomas Tellis actually has improved. Okay, I'm glad I didn't get rid of him. Dominic Smith improved, I think. JD Davis improved. I like to see that. Johnny Giovalencia, whatever. Brian Anderson improved. Caleb Smith improved. Juan Neocolino is improving. Chad Wallach. Travis. Oh, he's going to be so good next year. Christian Adames. That sucks. We have a lot of good guys. Ooh. That's not good. Dang. I wish this guy would develop into the guy that he looks like he could be. JD Davis looks good. Oh, I went all the way back up to the top. Doesn't look like we have any stupidly high guys. This guy is improving. Guy to keep an eye out on. All right. Well, what we're going to go ahead and do right now is we're going to set up our lineups to make sure that they're set for pretty much the rest of the season. Okay, so our pitching, we got 12 guys. Lineup, we got 11 guys. So we need a backup catcher, which I think I've talked myself to doing Chad Wallach. And we probably could use a pitcher, but let's look. We will waive and designate him for assignment because he's not a guy that I want to keep up on my roster. I'm going to put this guy up, and I think I might also call up I don't want him. I'm going to call him up as well. Looking at our pitchers, Dan Straley. I'm going to actually demote you. Ooh, no, I'm not then. Chris O'Grady will waive you because I want David Polino and Walker Buehler to pitch the rest of the year. And Sean Burnett is coming down. All right, so we're going to have Walker Buehler. Okay, good. I wanted David Polino in a long relief role. Walker Buehler is going to anchor our rotation now. Hopefully he can develop the rest of the years. Dylan Peters looks to be developing into a nice pitcher. Brad Peacock has been very disappointing this year, as well as Dan Straley. But Jose Urena has been pretty decent for the entirety of the year. Tony Sipp's been awesome. Let's see what type of an extension he would want. I actually would not mind bringing him in on a $1 million deal because I've noticed that free agency is very, very expensive. Now, Gavin Caccini has actually been called up, which is awesome. That means to me he's almost ready for the major leagues. So if Dansby Swanson really starts struggling, we got a guy ready right here. Just needs to develop a little bit more. Adam Connolly. Oh, yeah. You're going back onto Sable's list. He's done. He probably will get released. Let's look. So, yeah, Sammy Solis, you will be getting released. Also, right now, while I'm looking, I do want to check the waiver wire as well because this is the best day to look. Jose Ramirez looks like a guy who I would probably want to claim. I think I'm going to, depending his salary. Yeah, I'm going to claim. Howie Kendrick signed his extension. That's what I like to see. Not really the type of player that we're looking for, but he's definitely one that I want to keep around for the time being. It's very affordable, so it's not the biggest deal in the world to me. All right, so we did get our waiver claim. We will look at our waivers and designated for assignment. We'll do AAA over here. So Jose Ramirez, we will look here and see who's our odd man out. When it comes to relief pitching, oh my goodness. You can go onto the disabled list, and Jose Ramirez, you are all set. So that's going to bring an end to today's episode. We are 27 and 85. Wouldn't surprise me if we've already been eliminated from playoff contention. I actually do want to see that. If we haven't been eliminated, we are about to be eliminated. We are the worst team by a long margin. The closest team being the Kansas City Royals. And then after that, everyone else seems to at least be having a decent year. Oh my goodness, this is bad. In the wild card race, looks like we are about 35 games back. Oh man, we suck. All right, so looking at it, we have a lot of work to do for the next few years. We are going to be the worst team for a while. I do see us making the playoffs not next year, but potentially the year after that, depending on how our players develop and our free agent pickups. I do plan on trying to pick up a couple good starting pitchers. Probably won't make those purchases next year, but probably the year after that because I have good end of rotation guys. I just need to pick up 2 aces, or a 1 and a 2, respectively. And I need to fix my bullpen. But I think once I have my bullpen and stuff, I really do think this lineup will come around. Right now, really, this is a really nice lineup to have. Our production has gone way up, but these 2 guys have been in only 2 games. But Jake Marisnick is the only guy on our team that's batting below the Mendoza line. Dansby Swanson is having another rough year. He might be a guy that we try to trade away next year. I just don't think he's ever going to develop into the guy that everyone thought he was going to turn into. Howie Kendrick is hitting for a pretty decent average, but it's kind of an empty average, being that there's not a lot of production. He's not getting a lot of production. Nick Williams is doing all right for a guy that's just standing in. And then J.D. Davis has really turned it around. I really want all my batters batting above 250, even though just really isn't that important of a thing to look at. His BABIP suggests that he should be probably getting on base a little bit more. I don't know. Dominic Smith is dominating. He's going to be a guy for the next 1,000 years for us. This is going to be our franchise guy to build around. I'm very happy I traded Justin Bohr away for this guy. Chad Wallach looks like a guy who's going to be pretty decent for us in the short term. A good catcher, not really the best guy. I don't know why he's unhappy. Performance and team record. Yeah, our team record would do that to you, my dude. Okay, so looks like we're on the up and up. We might finish out the season strong. I would really like that. Let me know. My next episode will be all off-season stuff, off-season transaction, the arbitration process, who's free agents, and hopefully, if I did it correctly, I want to look at posted players. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as a final recap, we are last in runs scored, batting average, on base percentage, home runs, runs against, second to last in starters ERA, last in bullpen ERA, defensive efficiency. But hey, we got 68 stolen bases because that's what matters. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.